Let's go straight to the part 2. And this edition centers on the issue of stooling blood. You can see some people will get to the toilet and the next one, whoa, blood everywhere. They can't explain where it's coming from. Most time people will get to the hospital and they will be told that their blood level is low. Whereas to them, they can't understand where they are bleeding from. I will also show you that the stool you are pulling out can contain invisible blood you don't even know. I will show you today, then you will see the color of the stool, and then something will ring in your head. Oh, come on. It shows say this type of stool that is coming like that of goat, when you a human being. Is there not a thing of concern? Don't panic. The essence of this program is to open your eyes and you seek for solution when it is early. Listen to this. Early diagnosis of any medical condition, including cancer in the modern time, is as good as prevention. Now, the commonest cause of anal bleeding, that bleeding through the anus, is hemorrhoid, what they call pile. I will take time to explain to you the differences. That's what is called pile. Now, listen to this. Pile causes painless anal bleeding. Did you hear what I said? Painless. Pile does not come with pain, except if that very vein that caused the problem start getting thrombosed. Maybe it has gotten infected. Otherwise, it causes painless bleeding. That's pile. All right? But there's also something we sometimes interchangeably use as pile, which is not pile, because pile is called hemorrhoid. But there's another one that is called rectal prolapse. You can watch this. Some people will go to poo, and on the course of the anus will come out. All right? And they have to push it in after the defecation. That is not pile. That is what is called rectal prolapse. The problem there is that the sphincter, the mucosa, there's something like, okay, just have a picture of a rubber band, all right? That rubber band is supposed to be in position to hold the anus while you are pushing. But, you know, some of us, when we chop and only God, that's why some people, even to eat food, they will begin to pray. God bless and sanctify, because they know what they want to swallow. Now, poison to the body. But what could God do? Listen to this. When you see some of our people will be in position to, in the morning, they will swallow gari, in the afternoon, they go chew them, in the night, they go drink them. What will be formed there? Iron. By the time they put, you see the eyes will be bursting out. My friend, don't kill yourself before your time. So, when such a pressure comes on the course of pooing, sometimes that mucosa, that rubber, may begin to weak. And so, by the time the pressure comes and the rubber cannot, the rubber will start dragging. So, it may say, so that time it will push the anus back. If it can't retract immediately, then it begins to be to push it back. So, that is what is called rectal prolapse. It's not pile. Very important we get that very information. Okay, what else could happen? Let me just point out something. Also, around that anal region, all right, you could be in position to have some people say, I used to have one boil. That boil comes around my anus, all right? And when that boil comes, it will be very painful. And after a while, maybe pause. We will discharge the pus, and I feel relief. But after a while again, that very pus will only accumulate, and then it will pain. And just people have lived with that for a very long time. That thing is called anorectal fistula. It's a fistula. It's a hole. And that hole used to be very deep. And that's why we show you what is happening in the eyes of new technology, that most of these very problem has turned into 10-minute treatments in our own time. But our people do not know, dying, being tormented, in the same thing that the solution is available. Going further, you may see some people also bleeding, but they call it fetal occult blood. When you use occult, you know, when you say the person is an occultic society, when they mean occult, meaning something that is hidden, something that is secret. That's what it means. That when you have occult blood in your stool, it means that that very blood is not visible. It's not something that somebody can see, but it's there. And that's why you understand it. If you discover that your stool is turning black, you eat, and the stool will turn black, or the stool will be in position to be looking like dark tan or coffee color, that very stool may have mixed up with blood somewhere on coming down, and mixing of that blood, it will change the color. That's why some people will go for tests and they will be told your blood level is low. He can't understand where this bleeding is coming from. Now, such could also happen when somebody has rectal cancer or cancer of the sigmoid column. That very cancer can be bringing out blood, so that before it comes down, it don't mix with the stool there and come out. Maybe it will not be showing you the color that this is cancer. But if you see yourself having abdominal pain, that kind of stool, that constipation, sometimes you will stool like, I think it comes like that of the goat. And you know what? If you see such a thing, come on, something may be going wrong. Oh, come on. Something may be going wrong. You need to be in position to be comprehensively be evaluated. Not that I don't go test, go lab, they say nothing. That is the deception. All right? Now, if you look at the intervention available to us today, as we are talking about the issue that has to do with bleeding through the anus, when you have it with mention of issue of pile, good news. Before this time, if you have a pile, they say surgery, you have to cut it, and then you have to sit on hot water and sit bath with salt and all that for about a month or two or thereabout. That particular surgery later got advanced to what is called staple hemorrhoidectomy. It's available. And this particular one has to go into the anus, and like a gun, you can stitch it, and that very person could be fine. All right? Then the latest one right now came in, which is called laser hemorrhoidectomy. Amazing thing that you can come in from the office, get the thing done within 10 minutes, and can still go home that day, except if there's a need just for observation. Otherwise, that can be done as it stands today. The same thing is also applicable, that you could be in position to do what is called laser fistulectomy. Fistulectomy, for those ones that have that pain that used to come because of that boil around the anus that used to discharge. Come on, you don't need to be in position to suffer that again. The laser goes in right in there and start closing that particular hole, and closing the hole, because before this time to attend to something, you have to cut the flesh into that hole to the last point, otherwise it will reoccur again. But today, the laser fiber goes in there and start closing up the whole hole and close it, and that is the permanent cure. Available in our own time. If somebody has something of suspected case of constipation or having problem that has to do with the tummy, you don't need to be in position to say, where can this thing come from? Do what is called colonoscopy. You can find a rectal polyp. This thing you see here is the beginning of rectal cancer. At this point, 100% cured. Even if the cancer is found at that early stage, you can do the anastomosis and join it, removing that bad part. The person can be cured. All of this determined by early presentation. Friend, listen to this. Aging without going for health check is like driving a car without a dashboard. Got a picture you could get right now. You are moving, driving. You don't have any understanding, no dashboard, no sign of fuel finishing, no sign of water, no sign. So you can crash without knowing. You can be abandoned without knowing. You can be stranded without knowing. And that's why God has created dashboard. What we are talking about here, bleeding, pain, all those things, they are dashboard signs. Don't wait for it to linger. As early as possible, even before such could happen, it can be picked up. That's why the need of routine health check. Okay, come on, let me tell you. Spend that your money. Get it early. You save a lot you will spend on disability. If you spend money to get your health, you can be in position to get more money. But if your health goes down, you will eat the one you have. Even the next you will not be able to have.
Join me to celebrate the Sun 2022 Public Service Icon Award winner, Dr. Richard C. Okoye.